American made. Heard what I got, ain't nothing you can say. Outlaw, living on the stage. Another hotel, another city and state. Renegade, with a road to pave. Rest when I'm dead, sleep in my grave.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Wills here. Look, this video is going to be a little different. This video is for all the truckers out there. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. You guys don't get enough thanks and praise for everything that y'all do just to keep America running. You guys spend hours and hours and hours upon days and even more days to make sure that everything gets to where it's supposed to be. You sacrifice birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, time with family in general. So from my family to yours, thank you for everything. Thank you for the hard work that you put in. Thank you guys, and God bless.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful.
Morning,
How are you today?
I'm good. I love that video.
I
That
do
was a
too.
great
Wheels
video.
is cool, and there's a lot of truckers over on TikTok duetting it. That's a gentleman over on TikTok. I don't know the full story behind it, but I saw the video. It grabbed my heart. It pulled my heartstrings. It brought me in as a driver, and I was like, get it. Thank you. Thank you, drivers, because the holidays are here, and you're the reason why. The Santa Clauses are mounting up the sleighs, and they're revving up the kitties and all that stuff.
In the holidays.
Get it. We got a full pack show today. We got trucking news, national news, no politics today, right? No politics. Thank God. I'm tired of politics. Just keep calm and trust God. Just saying. What?
No,
You know,
but we do have weather, and then we do have the what's now question.
We have the what's now question.
Right. And we didn't have that many responses this time. And so, and listen, this is partly due because the fact that I totally forgot to even bring it up and mention it yesterday. We were so scattered on Manic Monday that I forgot to even mention what it was that we had it today. So there was a few questions, so there's a few answers that were on there, and we'll go ahead and read those comments. But I do want to say what the question is, so if you want to drop it in there at this point.
Breaker 19. Sheila
can.
is lacking and slacking.
I
Come
totally
on,
am.
driver. Bring up that rear. Get it.
I am. I know, right?
It's all right,
So-
baby. We've been traveling. The balance of this is not easy. Living on the road is not easy.
They do it every day.
Most
of them.
You didn't do this every day before this?
No.
So you're learning is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right.
I am.
It's not easy.
No.
I'm about to get my ass beat.
I
on
have a
camera.
good time, though. I enjoyed it. I love my little house, so.
Well, I had a good time yesterday. Just yesterday alone. All right.
Yesterday was
Before we
great.
get into today's shows, I want to say a couple thank
Yeah.
yous real quick. I want to say thank you to this gentleman right here, Glenn Callis.
Yeah.
All right, get it, driver. You hit it. Those are the morning opening videos are his truck. But I sat with him for about an hour yesterday.
Mhm.
Had the time of my life.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
sat
got to sit and chat with Karen.
Right. Because we're back in Texas, or we're here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a little ranch, but hanging out with Glenn yesterday. He's from the area. He knows the area. So I'm going to be able to hopefully get to know him, and our relationship's going to grow.
Yeah.
He's working for a good friend, a good person that owns the company.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's his friend. We're going to talk more about that. Hopefully I'm going to get in that passenger seat. I'm going to do a ride along with some of these drivers, because it's important. His background from where he comes from it wasn't easy to get to where he is today. I want to say trucking is part of the reason why he's such a good man today.
Oh.
I honestly do, but he's a great guy. Also, Ed Brubaker.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a clip here this morning of me out at the truck stop yesterday. Another great guy.
Yeah.
Ed, I hope you're okay with the clip this morning. I didn't run it by you, but I just felt that this had to be shared, Ed. And I want to say thank you for taking the time out, first of all, for reaching out to us and taking the time to spend time with us. It's our pleasure to come out to truck stops, hang out, and just get it.
Yeah.
You know, good old-fashioned truck stop fun. We'll be right back.
You know, but the way you speak about your dad, your wife, your mom, your family, you got a good support system. There's no reason why you shouldn't be successful out here. You know,
If it wasn't for mainly my wife, you know, yeah, she has a problem communicating with me, but we're still, you know, we work through it.
right?
And the biggest issue is, you know, yeah, we work through it. It's hard for us, but, you know, at the end of the day, I still love her.
It's hard for everybody though, bro. You know what? It's any marriage. More hard for truck drivers and trucker spouses. But the thing is you communicate. You talk. You're in this together. It's not just you out there on the road providing for your family. It's you guys working on support.
Oh, God, so much truth.
Right.
But support system.
Yeah.
In my life, I've had nothing but support. And that's why I believe I still walk today and breathe today. Because, man, I'm my own worst enemy. I really am. And if it wasn't for the great people in my life, like you drivers, my wife, and the people outside of my marriage, I don't know where I'd be in life today. But it was an honor to spend time with you gentlemen yesterday. And if you women are looking for support, we have the blessed mess, the ladies of the driver's side. Della, Drea, safety lady, they're all over there. I hope Trucking with V better be over there. Alicia, Ellie. It's growing. I can't keep up with it. So if I forget names, do not.
I know, and I
take
got
offense
to get with all the women here in the next day or so, because we want to do some kind of a panel show for the ladies, like maybe a Saturday afternoon. But I need to find out times that are going to kind of work with them. They are working drivers as well. So, but to do some kind of a lady panel show. So,
all right. Well, we got good mornings. We got a full show.
Yeah. So
should we take a quick small break and then get to good mornings? Over the comments?
Yes.
You feel like you're am I taking a break too soon for you?
No.
All right. I want to make sure that I get to all her stuff, because yesterday it's not acceptable. It's just not. So we'll be right back. Jeremy Matthews, Blake Shipdale, Mark Hicks, Freddie Bell, Stack Logistics, great company. John Hall, Jesse Williams, Robert Pennington, great interview the other day, too. Glenn Callis, good to see you, brother. Ellie, Philip, Phil Tristan, Amigo, good morning, amigo. Get it. Keith Becker, real quick again, guys. Keith Becker, over the weekend. I took it down. Damn it. Over the weekend, his son got married.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a picture, Keith. I don't know where it went, but over the weekend, Keith Becker's son got married. Yeah. He was able to make it. It's hard for drivers to get to events in life, like kids' weddings, kids' soccer games, kids' first recitals, all of that. It's not easy being out on the road, but Keith Becker made it to his son's wedding, had an amazing time.
He did.
And now he spent time with his son and his new daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
So right on, Keith
days.
Becker. We're happy for you. Karen Granger, she's right like behind us. She's 10 feet that way.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, neighbor. Howdy ho, neighbor. And so hopefully Scott will be home here soon. Shout out to Scott. He tried to get home last night,
right,
to see us and stuff like that, because we're at their house.
He got rerouted.
We're on their ranch. He got rerouted. He's a heavy hauler, so he was out there, just doing his thing, and he got stuck. Ran out of hours. PC wasn't going to work. All that. So Scott, we're here waiting for you. We can't wait for you to get home. We're excited. It's just great here. The animals, the whole nine. All right. Ronald.
A lot of little mini horses running around. It's awesome.
Right. Ronald, Edward, Drea, Lisa, Scott. There's Scott right there. Good morning, Scott. Moses, Ronnie Marie, and Chris Quaylen. Quallen, I think. I think that is. Hopefully I didn't screw that. Quaylen. I don't know if is that right lane slow rollers?
I don't know.
I don't know. You might need to tag a few
Well,
people.
good morning,
Get it, driver.
everybody.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having an amazing morning.
Yeah.
Sheila, what do we got today?
Well, we're going to get into some trucking news in a minute, and then we've got national news.
Oh,
we got
boy.
some weather. We do have the what's now question today that we'll get into in a little bit at the end. And so, do you want to get right on into
Or
it?
no, I mean, we cover a couple comments. They took the time out to write them.
Yeah.
We're a little ahead of schedule,
Mhm.
I think, right? So we got time to read a few comments.
Yeah.
All right, Ronnie Marie says, I hope I read that right. Let Truckin' WV know. I use her encouraging words, stand for something or fall for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm getting trucking with V.
Yeah.
Right on. So she's getting through.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? These
I
ladies.
like talking with V2. Vicky, she is awesome. She really is a super lady. I mean, she really cares. She has a heart of gold, and she really stands for safety, just like Drea does. And, I think the two of them have hooked up. I'd really like for them to collaborate and do something together as well. And I know that Trucking with V that Vicky has, she just started a nonprofit organization that is all around safety and getting that education of safety out. So
Breaker 19.
Yeah.
Holy cow, Sheila, you have one issue that all drivers can agree on: safety and training. Get it, girl. Man, but them ladies, they're rocking it.
Right.
They're rocking it. They're putting safety at the forefront, and I will push them all day long. The driver's side will have your back. If it has to do with safety or for the benefit or for the good of the driver, we got your back. I want to bring up Drea real quick. I talked to her this morning. I had to reach out to her because I received a phone call yesterday from a four-wheeler named Diane.
Yeah.
All right. And when I talked to her yesterday, it was a great conversation. She says, Wayne, I had no idea. I had no idea. And they are the heartbeat of America. And she says, that Drea lady, she's awesome. You need to push her. That's safety. It's great. I give trucks their space and stuff like that because I realized at one point that what they were to me.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing phone call. I couldn't believe it. An hour and a half on that phone call. And what happened was Ed Brubaker got delayed because of that phone call. So I met with Glenn. Then I had the conference call. And then I had to go back to the pilot for Ed. Yeah. But it was worth it.
It was. And with that conversation with Diana, what I thought was great is because, we're really trying to bridge that gap of four-wheelers and you drivers so that everyone kind of gets on the same page, okay, and understands and gives you guys your space in your workspace, basically, which is the highways. And so she was like, well, what can I do? How can I help with that? Which we just so appreciated because it's just one step closer. Even if it's one four-wheeler at a time, that's okay. It's one more that understands and maybe will stop and think about things before they do things.
Well, I just don't get
baby
it.
steps.
I just don't get it. This is their workplace, guys. These truck drivers, again, I will preach this all day. They don't go into offices, cubicles, or surgeon room, surgeries and say, get out of my way. Get out of my way. And hey, wait, before I go. But that's what it's like out on these highways. When these four-wheelers can come on and they merge onto a highway and they have no idea how to actually merge onto a highway.
Right.
You see that truck getting it, get out the way.
Right.
Get out the way. Just get out the way. I want to put another word in front of it, but I can't. It's a family fun show.
Right. And it's just not bridging the gap between the four-wheelers. It's also trying to bridge the gap and bring the unity back amongst you drivers. I mean, this is our goal of it, is try to bring the positivity and bridge some gaps that have been kind of, not burned to the ground, but they have definitely been on fire and been in danger for sure.
Well, here's a little, maybe we have all these problems and no solutions.
Right.
A problem is educating these four-wheelers because they don't have driver's ed anymore in schools. Remember red asphalt, guys? Remember all that projector being reeled in? Now it's in the palm of their hand, and they hire a private company and they take their kids out and they take them around the blocks, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't. The education is important,
right?
And then all of these people come out here and they just throwing stuff out there. It's too much at once. When these drivers can agree, it's hard to get drivers to agree on a cup of coffee, but we can get them to agree on the safety and the training.
Right.
So if we as drivers, whether it's this platform and every other platform, starts getting on that train, because TikTok is rocking it with four-wheelers backing truck drivers.
Right.
So your opportunity is now to start educating the four-wheelers through entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a problem. It's safety, and it's training in the truck industry. If you truckers get out there, start picking up your technology and saying, hey guys, we need your help. This industry is suffering from low standard safety training and safety and training. And the general public will be like, what? That's the issue? Wait, that truck's governed and he can't go no faster and they're next to each other? Those two drivers should not be doing that.
Right.
It should tell you right there. But we also have to be careful in this process because of all the technology that they've developed to assist the driver and replace the driver. So it's a fickle walk, I guess, right?
Yeah. I agree with that. And like I said, we're just trying to bridge the gap and bring unity back within amongst you drivers too. And Rooster, who we love, is always promoting that about hug a driver, love a driver. And I always think that that's a great message that he sends out there, is to try to bring unity, because I know a lot of you say, well, it's not even the problems that we have necessarily with just the four-wheelers, it's amongst yourselves.
Correct.
So, a little kindness goes really a long way, a smile instead of a frown, wave hi to somebody, and have a little respect that that's their workplace as well as yours too.
It's not right. It really isn't, especially with the holidays here. Okay, I don't think that people actually realize these men and women are hauling your holidays, and it's not just your material stuff. Okay, it's your memories that you're going to create over those meals, over those bonding moments, over a cup of wine, a glass of wine, or a shot of Fireball, you youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's whatever it is you do, you have to have a driver deliver that situation or that scenario or that memory, whatever it is, whether it's kicking off a football or toasting at a family affair. And I wish they would get more. I just think that we can all get along on training and safety. Let's just start with one thing and get it, and just grab them gears.
Yeah.
And then after we're done with that, let's go on to the next one. All right, let's go on to the next comment. Glenn Kalis says, was good meeting you. Next time, hopefully I'll have more time. The way this load is going right now, I'll be in more of a hurry trying to get back to my delivery spot. It's going to be a while before they finally load me. You know what, though, Glenn? What we had yesterday is exactly what we were meant to have.
Right.
It's going to grow. It's going to happen. I told you yesterday, maybe I could park a car 100 miles down the road off an exit to where you can get on and get off, because you guys are working drivers, and I can just get up into that rig with you, fire that camera up, and we can get that driver side.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And I want to get to Chris's comment.
Look at you just trying to get all in there.
Gone where? And up in there?
Yeah.
I do. Come on. I want to get. I get it.
Really?
All right.
Okay,
one
why
more
did I do that to
comment.
myself?
One more comment, because we're already going to go over today. We're already running behind, and I want to get to Chris Quaylen.
I think it's Quinlan.
Quinlan, whatever the hell it is. I'm terrible with names. All right, stop it. I've had disagreements with this gentleman in the past. Right lane slow rollers, and I'm proud to say that they're a good group. They deserve good drivers in there, quality drivers, because in the end, they care about the industry.
They do.
All right, and this is where I've had to grow. And to come on here and actually say this is it takes a man to set his differences aside, no matter what they are, for the better of this industry. Period. Chris says, thanks for your show. Thanks for saying our little group, right lane slow roller. A lot of drivers love you two in the group. A lot of drivers share your stuff in right lane. Much love. Be safe.
Oh,
Get it, driver. Get it. And you know what? The thing is we had to earn that. Go ahead, Sheila.
Yeah, there were some differences. He used to get a little.
No, I'm talking about the growth of the show. I'm not talking about that. Is earning the respect of the drivers.
And that is, and you had to put differences aside and be a bigger man, and apologize at sometimes,
or just realize that it's my ego,
right?
And it's my selfishness that wants what I want. Right.
I was really trying to tiptoe around that and not really say without hurting his feelings. So, okay, but he said it himself. All right, you guys. So let's get into some trucking news, because we do have a lot of stuff to go over today. So, guys, as you remember that about a week and a half ago, I had the petition up against the big sky. We have had some people who dropped their name. That's all you had to do was just type in your name into the comments, and that was actually signing the petition so that we could send it over. It was pinned at the top. It is back pinned up at the top again because here in the news again, this time out of freight waves, now more groups have joined on into this rally.
Here we go. It's back.
It's back.
It's back. It's trending again.
Right.
And the part that's trending is shutting it down. Go ahead, Sheila.
Right. So originally it was the ATA, and they wrote a letter. And I had already sent over my email. We joined on the bandwagon. We're like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. And I did a report on it at that time. And then I started the petition for you guys to sign. So now in the interim of all this happening, along comes more organizations. So it appears that along with the ATA and the driver's side, others are joining the bandwagon against Big Sky. Joining is OIDA, NATSO, and Truckers Against Trafficking. And I want to read this of what Candace Paris from Truckers Against Trafficking said to ABC Network and Against the Big Sky. He's Candace is the executive director and co-founder of Truckers Against Trafficking. In a year when so many Americans have had their eyes open to the invaluable role professional drivers play in keeping our country moving, and given the fact the trucking industry has for over a decade been collectively uniting to combat the evils of human trafficking, Big Sky not only misses the mark, but also reinforces harmful stereotypes. It's time we hold the entertainment industry to a higher standard.
You damn right. Get it. And that's where I come from.
Yeah.
That's where I come from. Get
it. I specifically read that. The article was a little bit longer, but I specifically wanted to read that part because I just thought it was great for Candace to say that, and especially of the harmful stereotype. And that was my original point of that, is that the image that it brings, whether it could possibly happen, has happened in the past, whatever. Just right now, during this time where you guys are looked at in a
well, hold on. You said it. Image.
Brighter light right now.
Wait, you said it, image.
Right.
How did they get pushed into that light? Just recently.
Right.
Put up on that pedestal. The one thing that's been long overdue.
Right.
Been waiting for a right. And it's the fact that it's not long overdue. Should be a law that they're respected and appreciated.
Right.
It should be a law, just like it is with the military. When those convoys come through, you get out the way. Okay? Point being is the way the media, Hollywood even did it. Hollywood had somebody present an Emmy to an actor when it should be Hollywood presenting awards to the trucking industry for being the essentials of the essential.
Right.
Because without all these essential outlets, all these essential workers, again, and I'm not putting truckers on a pedestal, I'm calling it like it is, reality. Without them, you cannot perform your job. From surgeries to tire repair, all the way to teaching in a classroom on keyboards. Those keyboards have to be delivered. That fiber optic for that internet has to be run. Those satellites to push that signal have to be delivered.
Right.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Hollywood. And that's where my dad retired from. Yeah. And that's where all the drivers that gave me the work ethic that I have today, to when I got to OTR, I could have some kind of bond with you folks. When I did get to OTR, Hollywood will take advantage of everything and anything to benefit them.
Right.
Done.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap.
And I love how they said on there,
their narratives.
They need to hold the entertainment industry to a higher
Correct.
Standard. So anyways.
And not just that, is we need to hold our government to a higher standard too. Period.
Right.
Because the one thing that's going on in this country is I feel like, me personally, I'm being force fed a lower standard, a lower quality of life, which I will not stand for. I won't. I will not. Period. Just like Hollywood putting them in a light during a time that they are the essentials of the essentials, like always, not just now, but always. But doing this is completely wrong.
Right. And so with that, you guys, no, that's awesome. I wanted you to, but I wanted just to remind you. So we pinned the petition back up to the top again, guys. if you haven't done so already, please sign. Just go in onto the comments and just type in your name. Okay, that is signing the petition. I do want to ask though, if you don't want to sign it, or you think everyone's are snowflakes, like some of the comments in there that you're commenting other than just putting your name for the petition, please don't, okay? Because I will go through them. I do see them and I will delete it. It is strictly just for you that you agree with it. You sign the petition by typing your name, period. That's it. Anything else, any kind of comments is not going to stay on there, okay? Because that's not what the petition does. If you want to comment to us in a different, just go ahead and pop it right on over to the driver's side email or on our page that we see it somewhere else. But please don't do it on the petition.
And honey, don't look and don't be discouraged, okay? Drivers,
I get it.
Even the FMCSA puts up comment periods and stuff like that, and it goes nowhere.
Right.
Okay, and the one thing I want is for you guys to have an outlet just to decompress, and it's just like when you go home from over the road. This is where if you let it go here, I'm okay with that. Okay, as long as you feel better about you today in your career, that's my number one goal for me as a person. Because man, the things that these people, it's a hard life.
It is. And speaking of hard life, go ahead and read Justin's there, because speaking of hard life is going to lead us right in.
All right, Justin Pomerantz. I love how many folks are in here having great arguments and conversations. I feel this is one big family sitting at a table just chopping it up.
It is.
Get it. John Free says, I totally agree. And a guy from 42 years of driving, I feel the very strong urge that this needs to be taken down. Big Sky needs to go away. I'm sorry, but that's my thoughts and my feelings. This is not good for the industry. It's not.
Totally agree, John.
It's just not. There's a lot of things that are not good for this industry, which one of them we're going to talk about today. But go ahead, Sheila. What was it we were leading into?
Well, you said hard life because, sometimes people don't know, which is why we have the what's now question at the end, which we'll get to, because a lot of new drivers, they don't know. A lot of people coming into the industry, they just don't realize everything that goes on. And that begins at the schooling level. Okay, so this leads me into my next trucking news. And this comes out of Landline Media.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's kind of positive though, okay, because this is right up your alley.
It's not positive. I'm gonna tell you why in the end. Go ahead.
No.
It's good, but it's not.
Right. But this is right
it's
up his alley.
It's ridiculous. So, again, here we go.
CR England's training school lawsuit ends in a settlement. On November 20th, a Utah federal district court judge gave the green light on a $19 million lawsuit between CR England and nearly 13,000 drivers who attended training school. These were the allegations brought against the company. 1. CR England failed to pay for rest breaks and all hours worked under California state law. 2. Drivers were deprived of the required 30-minute meal period. 3. Inducing applicants to relocate to Fontana, California, and other locations to attend their premier truck driving school. Where they were told if they attended the school, they were guaranteed a well-paid full-time job. Of course, this 17-day course cost thousands of dollars. 4. Once hired, drivers were required to sign an agreement to pay the company $2,500 if they left and pay back the premier expenses.
Your license.
However, the promissory note did not include the annual percentage rate and finance charge, which was 18%.
You're damn right.
Compounded daily.
You're damn right. We're going to bend them over and give them no lube.
5. The promissory note also falsely indicated that the debt would be satisfied if the drivers were able to complete the term of their employment, in addition to signing an illegal agreement that prohibited him from working for anyone else for at least 9 months. 6. Drivers accused the company of having them sign a series of documents they had little or no opportunity to read or fully comprehend.
They took advantage.
Okay. So consequently, the revolving door was created that led to drivers from the training school being fired within a year to make room for the new batch of drivers, churning out more students than it could employ.
Yeah, think.
Okay.
It's the mill.
This lawsuit has been going on. The gentleman, the last name of Cook, had filed it, and it was originally filed. It's been an ongoing battle for 4 years. Okay, it was originally filed in 2016.
Hold on. This is another one, Sheila. This is another class action being settled by who? CR England.
Right.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Mhm.
The safety and the standards are a joke coming out of them meals. These men and women that watch this program, Ronald, Lee Adams, Chad, all you guys, Drea, the women too, Kelly Shane, Robert Pennington, Chris, all you guys, they are the ones that should be training and giving advice in this industry. And they are the ones that get screwed in the end. They get screwed. Why? Because this driver just goes out in the industry thinking he knows what he's doing or she knows what she's doing when they've just been fed to the sharks to be devoured. Okay? Because it's this simple. And I know she may have got it a little wrong, Sheila. Can I play it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which one is it, baby?
Oh, go with blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Go up a little bit. It's because we were doing it from yesterday. Remember?
Okay, right. So I'm going to go right to, where is it?
Now it's got to go down. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. My fault here, guys.
The
Truck lease.
Fun fact about John Christner. See the L in the truck number? That means that's the 12th person to lease to own that truck that has not completed the lease and owned the truck. Be careful with these companies telling you you're going to own that truck in 2 years.
Okay, now she may have got that wrong, but they flip them. Just like an article, they flip them. It's a revolving door.
Mhm.
That truck, as soon as that driver hits a mark and starts figuring out what he's got or her's got himself into, they get rid of him. And they make sure they pay that loan back that they signed up to be locked in to haul their freight, and it's forgiven. Okay? This is where the super scam of trucking begins.
Right, which you preach about all the time.
I have been saying the super scam of trucking for years. I just didn't put it in those terms. We've been calling them mills for years, but it's not just mills.
Yeah.
Okay. There are so many things attached to that schooling that create revenue streams outside of the freight, which is they're able to go over and cut your throats on the freight side.
Right.
Because they're making so much money on the other side that freight they could haul for 25 cents a mile with people that have no idea what they're doing. Right. Pretty soon they're going to get the people out of those trucks so well. The one thing that's going to disappear is the revenue from the mills and from the lease program, but they're going to get rid of the driver eventually. So that money comes back from there.
Well, and you had, not only, okay, so it's not just articles, but you also went through this personally.
I went through CR England. I went through that
trained.
lease program. I was part of the class action back in the day.
Right.
Right. It's a joke.
Right.
It is a joke. And the fact that they're going through it again and they've lost again, the government needs to step in and stop. They all need to get out of bed together.
Right.
Okay. The government and these big megas need to get out of bed, stop sleeping with each other, and start looking out for these people that they're screwing.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Because the government's involved, because they get paid to put people through. They get federal grants and federal money to put people through and give them a career.
Right.
It's just like when they bring people from other countries over here to put them through these systems to get paid from the government, and the government gets paid from us. Right? Am I wrong here?
No.
All right.
No, because you know what? When we met Ed yesterday, we met Edward Brubaker yesterday. We talked about this, and I said, "Well, this is what I have in the trucking news," and these two got started, and ended up being that's where he had gotten trained too, and had gone through the same horrible experience. So, it happens, and I don't know if any of you have gone through this, and if you were part of that the class action or you could be. I don't really know. It doesn't say the years for the students. They just said 13,000 students for this particular class action. But the more of you that file on it, maybe the more that they'll realize.
And I really, 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 really need to pump my brakes, and drop a gear. Okay, because there's a lot of good people at some of these companies. Okay, a lot of good drivers. Yeah. Okay, Drea is at a big corporation. She's happy.
Yeah.
She's so happy about teaching a student, about giving it away. And I talked to her this morning because I'm getting calls about her and her safety videos.
Yeah.
Four-wheelers love them.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
Give me more. Right. And my stupid ass, shit, the vets are going to be like, oh God, we know that. You should know that already. And I need to have confidence in my drivers, have confidence in my wife, and then just have confidence in the show. Because Drea, Della, a lot of people are at big corporations that are good drivers, and they're putting good people out in the industry. So we, as drivers, need to be careful on how we handle things nowadays. It's the new thing, is how to handle something in an actually caring, giving, understanding way. And even if you disagree, to be okay with it.
Right.
It's actually something you might want to try today. Go ahead, Sheila.
Right. And that's not the purpose. If people are happy with the company that they're at, then that's great. That's wonderful. We're just exposing, as far as, for the most part, there's a lot of people. We're talking thousands and thousands of people who are not, and were not treated fairly, and didn't really understand necessarily what they were getting into. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to go, well, that's why you read the contract. Well, yeah, I understand that. But I mean, in reality, how many people read like a 500-page contract with all the legal mumbo jumbo print that's in it? There's not that many. I mean, think about how many people who buy houses. I mean, you get stacks and stacks and stacks of paper on there. I can, if there was 2% of people who actually read those contracts, I'd be surprised. And I'm going to say that that's probably what happens here with these trucking schools, these mega mill trucking schools too, that they don't really read. You know, they're just trying to get in there, just get the schooling. Yeah, okay, that sounds great. And they're going by the word of what they're being told by recruiters or whomever is telling them this information.
Here's a great way to put it, Sheila. Broker transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, drivers are signing over their rights left and right to know what that load actually pays.
Right.
Okay, this super scam is throughout the world. Okay, and it's in every industry that's major and federally regulated, period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just like the broker transparency. So you owner operators should really be able to relate here how you're pushed into this shipper or receiver, and you're forced to sign paperwork so quick to get that load on. Next you know, you're sitting in your truck for 10 hours.
Right,
you sons of bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's not get things twisted. It's a show in itself. This is part of Trucking News this morning. We need to move on. Okay, we're at 37 after the hour. We're already past our bottom of the hour. We're going to go over today. So I think I know the comments are blowing up. Okay, I know they are, guys. Okay, so I'll read a couple real quick, but we got to get the show moving today. Let's go to Ellie. They do that. That's why I got my truck at Long Mountain, where they don't screw you, and I can take my truck to any company, which we've done that 2 times.
Awesome.
Get it. John
Awesome,
Priest says,
Ellie.
you're right on there, Wayne. Keep going. I support you 100%. Get it. All right, Colleen, it is not about teaching how to drive. It's about coaching you to get a license, and that's it. Just a money game. Bam. And real quick, Vincent is stuck and doesn't look like he's getting home for the holidays. His head is blown. So Vince, you will have a place here with an open feed, and I know you'll video chat with the family. So the driver's side will have something in support for you drivers. As far as Thanksgiving goes, we are going to give out a feed.
Yeah.
Not a feast. We're going to give out a feed, not a feast. Kind of the same thing. For you guys to be part of. So we're going to take a small break, get back to national news, more comments, you guys, all that stuff, guys, in 1 second. I had it lined up. We'll be right back.
What up, brother? I love you. Get it. Love you. Keep on trucking.
Out here, it's just getting worse. Trust me. Actually, it's getting better. I think in some areas. I think with technology, we're able to connect more.
Right.
We're able to actually meet up.
Right.
I want to thank you for taking the time out today to meet us, let alone every Saturday. How did you find the driver's side?
Dude, your thing just actually popped up on Facebook. I don't remember where the hell I saw it. And then you had you, and then Daryl was on there, Kelly was on there, Scott was on there, and a couple of other guys. Jeremy from Rig Riders, he was on there.
Right.
And as soon as I heard you guys talking and going, talking about the way the industry was going, I'm like, dude, I got to get in on this. And I'm screaming at my computer watching this, and my wife actually comes out and she goes, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm watching these guys talk about some bull crap on the damn computer.
Shout out to Justin Williams and his father, Mr. Williams. Great people. Shout out to his family, his wife and kids.
That's the Saturday panel show.
That's the Saturday panel show. Remember, guys, we're here every Saturday, so you guys can join in and be part of the show. Just like I'm actually being part of the show today. I actually surrendered, and like I said earlier, the confidence and all that, and I have it. I just got to be okay. I stress like you guys do out on the road, worrying about everything, and I just have to stop. So I want to say thank you to my wife, of course, because you have taken this show and catapulted it to the next level, along with the drivers. You guys all lifted me up, and I want to say thank you to everybody. So, but now to your national news.
So wow, thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
So in the national news, I go through stuff, as you know, scroll, as I always do, almost every single day, except for maybe Saturday. But so, I was looking at all the things and all the restrictions that are coming in place, that more states are jumping on board as far as the restrictions of COVID. Okay. And some of them got me laughing so hard because they make no sense that he's over there.
Now, before we get into this, okay, we have all sympathy and empathy for people that are suffering from COVID and going through this. Also on the business side, It's just been affected completely. But some of the crap that she's about to talk about, get it.
They just don't make sense. They're like so contradictory. I just don't understand it. And some of them got me laughing so hard that it was like, it's just crazy. I just don't understand it. So like, okay, let's just take Pennsylvania for a second here. Okay. So Pennsylvania requires people coming into the state to test 72 hours prior to coming in. Okay. And those are also the same for those who've been out of the state and returning home back into the state. So I'm not really quite sure, but what they said is that if you commute to work or medical reasons outside of the state, you're good. You don't have to worry about that. What? How does that make any sense at all? Are they going to have you get the little card that shows there? I mean, if we decided to go to Pennsylvania, they're going to stop us and say, "Did you test?"
Well, hold on.
Sure.
We're going to go to the truck stop there in Pennsylvania. We're going to broadcast, and then we're going to come right back into whatever, Virginia, then back into Pennsylvania. It's just stupid.
Right.
It's stupid.
I don't get it. How does that? But it's okay to commute to work. If it was me, I'd be like, no, I commute.
Makes no sense.
I go back and forth. I work over in Connecticut or something.
Makes no
commute
sense.
every day.
Makes no
Okay,
sense.
you're good to go then.
What else? What else?
Like-
What else?
Okay, so also in Pennsylvania, places mandate for masks to be worn outside and indoors where multiple house gatherings are, even if social distancing can be done. What? Okay, another one. How would you know? Now, if you're in the house and other households come over, how would they know that they're requiring you to wear a mask inside as well? Even if you can social distance.
I know, Sheila. Call me. Call on me.
Wayne.
Yeah. So, when you sign up for Facebook, if everybody has Facebook on their phone,
Yeah.
They can access your camera and your microphone whenever they want.
Okay, so now, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
It's stupid. It's that's why we all recommend that you have a turkey service.
Yes.
And make sure your pastor comes and gives a service for your turkey, or an ordained minister like Daryl Martin here on the driver's side. He will do a video chat, a video service for your turkey so you can have 30 or more. And I don't believe you have to worry about face coverings at home.
I just think it's ridiculous
it's
to tell you to
ridiculous.
wear a mask inside, I guess, in multiple households. I get as far as that, but how would they even know? I don't understand that. Are they going by with binoculars or something out there?
Well, here.
Peeking through people's windows. You got peeping Toms now trying to see if you're wearing a mask inside your own home. I just think it's okay. Anyways, moving on.
Hold on, real quick. Let's go to this comment.
know.
Let's go to this comment.
Yeah.
I know someone that has taken 3 different COVID tests within the last 10 days. 2 were wrong, negative, 1 was positive. Quarantined for 14 days for her Washington.
Right. We're not making light or a joke.
We're not. But look, somebody told me this yesterday. If they take the immediate test, the quick test, the instant, it'll come back positive. But if you take the one that takes 3 days to go for the process through a lab, it will most likely come back negative. Because people are being quarantined for
if
20, 30 days, and they're still coming back positive with these tests.
Listen, that's if you get it back in 3 days. I mean, tell you, Nevada took 10 days. 10 days to get your results back. What? Is that ridiculous or what? Okay, that's another ridiculous. That's Nevada. See, I don't understand that. You want us to all go get tested, and then it takes 10 days to get the results. So if you do, you're out spreading it amongst everyone. I mean, I just don't get that.
So
Anyways,
wait, all Karens are going to become cops. They're going to become health inspectors.
Right? That's what I was
Up, Karen
too.
of the neighborhood. Karen of the block. It's not going to be
Yeah.
Jenny of the block no more. Now it's
Hey.
Karen of the block.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That reminds me of Bewitched. Do you remember Gladys Kravitz
Oh my God.
from Bewitched? That she was always nosy about what was going on with Darren and what the heck was her name? Samantha and Darren.
Did
She
you
was
really?
always over I
Oh,
spying through the bushes and
stop.
stuff, trying to get her husband to go
Stop.
and I spy what was going on over there. That's what it's going to be like. It's going to be the Gladys Kravitz.
Well, they're arresting people at Costco. Stop it. Let's go.
Right.
Let's move moving. What else?
Also in Pennsylvania, guys, so you know, in case you were planning on going to get bombed on the day before Thanksgiving, now that's not going to happen,
And Karen next door is going to be watching us.
right? She's
We're
totally going
screwed,
to.
Sheila. We're screwed. We
Yeah.
live with a Karen.
I know. So
Get it.
they're not going to allow you. So starting at 10 p.m. on November 25th, which is tomorrow, they're going to stop all on-premise alcohol sales. So if you happen to be at a restaurant, just make sure that you're done, because after 10 o'clock.
And it was Glenn.
You're
It was
done.
Glenn that told me yesterday. That's the conversation I had right there. My dad just took 2 tests, and they said he's still positive, but he's not contagious. How does that work? If you're positive, you should be contagious. That virus is a joke.
Right. This is what I'm saying. We're not trying. Okay. Let's
And
not get
look,
this
guys,
twisted.
look.
Shut up.
Please.
We're not trying to get this twisted. We know COVID is out there, and we know. Make sure to take the precautions and everything else. Okay. We are not
It's a
saying that by any means.
99.9% survival rate, Sheila.
We're not saying
It's
that.
the flu.
But some of the restrictions and some of the things that they keep implementing are just crazy, because they make no sense. They totally contradict themselves. Okay, so moving on. So LA County, where I didn't understand this either. LA County, where only 3.1% of confirmed cases, it was like out of 2,200 cases, confirmed cases can be traced to restaurants or bars. But they close outdoor dining and indoor dining, allowing only takeout, delivery, and drive-through. Well, only 3.1%. 7% came from government buildings and sites like the registrar and government buildings. But they're not closing those down. No, it's the restaurants and bars. Let's put everyone out of work.
Well, don't forget
Let's close
Walmart's
it
open
down.
too. The
Right.
dirtiest place on earth.
So then they say that more than 50% are coming from private gatherings. So if only 3%,
With 99% survival rate.
are coming from the restaurants and bars, why are you closing them down again and putting people out of work and hurting these poor businesses?
When you say it like that, it stops me from laughing.
It does, because it sucks.
Because
it
here we
it's
go.
just
I really
ridiculous.
feel like they're choking out the little guy all the way around. All the way around. Them big conglomerates are going, we finally did it.
Right.
Yeah. They're going to stop off with us. Oh, and everybody's going virtual. You
It's-
sons of bitches.
It's ridiculous.
It's a joke.
Some of this stuff that it's ridiculous. They say they're following the science. Well, if you have these statistics and this data that's showing that it's only 3.1%, and all these businesses are following all the protocols and stuff, and you're going to shut them down when the majority over, just between the government buildings and private gatherings is like over 60%.
I need a breaker 19. And Glenn Klaus is Glenn's father with all that COVID issues and all that. He still
Right.
did not go out and buy a bunch of toilet paper. Get it, driver.
Right. So then,
Oh, that's a joke. You didn't go out and buy toilet paper.
you're silly.
Come on.
So,
I'm gonna take myself,
in
I guess.
addition, so this new order
I thought it
of
was funny,
closing
Glenn.
down the indoor and outdoor dining again, they're saying that is going to start tomorrow, and at a minimum is going to last for 3 weeks. That's putting us right towards Christmas, isn't it?
Right. You know what?
Ridiculous.
And again, our thoughts and prayers with people that are really affected by this. I know Drea's friends were affected by it. We have
Correct.
family members. I have
We've had
people that have
friends.
passed. There's a gentleman that was on TikTok this morning. His dad got married 6 months ago, and he's dead now because of COVID.
Right.
You know, it just sucks. It sucks. And take care of yourselves is what I'm saying, drivers. If you have a pre-existing condition, just like with all these other freaking diseases out here, it's going to get you. That package, I call it the package now. Back in the day, we used to call it HIV. It was called the package. You're going to get the package, you're going to be in trouble. You don't want to pick that package, driver.
Right.
You don't. Okay, so just be precautious. Period. You want to talk about masks? I can talk about it all day. I worked in the oil field, okay, and we were required to be fitted for masks and to take many safety and watch many safety videos regarding masks because of certain gases out in the oil field that will kill you.
Right, and you couldn't have your scruff.
You couldn't have this, or you couldn't have a goatee because that hair, that little bit of hair, and mine stubbles. Okay, it will break that seal on an N95, and if that's the case, you are not up to par, and you are wide open to whatever is in that air. Sorry, that's reality.
Okay, so I got one more on here.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get to
We're at 51
I know.
minutes, Sheila.
You just stop it right there. Okay, so then also in California, more than a dozen California lawmakers go to a 4-day conference in Maui. While things are shutting down and more restaurants put in place, including traveling or going to family for holidays.
I'm just going to say this. I guess Trump's, if they don't keep Trump in that office, this privilege is not going to get taken away.
Right.
That's the shit we're talking about. That type of privilege.
Lawmakers,
you sons of bitches.
These lawmakers got so much backlash on all the social media sites. Yes. Yes, and including an attorney who's got some lawsuits out against Governor Newsom on this because of the fact that he got busted only just not too long ago that he was at some soiree French restaurant that was indoors, which you're not supposed to have indoor seating and masks and this. They said, well, it was open. Anyways, so people. So basically what this lawyer said is, he says, just another reminder to Californians that the elite live very differently. Right.
Well, here's my issue with all this. Okay, you guys want to go quarantine in Hawaii or do your little thing, enjoy your meals,
right.
Have a good time, that fuel on that jet, the seats on that jet. When you get to Hawaii, all that stuff has to be trucked to the airport to be shipped over there. The gas, all that stuff has to be flown over and then trucked to wherever you're at. All the milk out there, everything, all the way to your Spam at McDonald's. All right, is delivered by a driver, and they're the elite, if you want my opinion, and don't deserve this type of treatment.
Oh, good. I was going to tell you that.
Whatsoever, a professional driver should be giving the right amenities. John Freese, thank you for sending this to me.
Right.
No driver should be forced into this, regardless of the piss bottles that have been thrown out before, regardless of the trash that's been thrown out before.
Right.
The professional of this industry should have the proper amenities for them, okay? To be able to wash up, clean up, and make sure that they're not COVID-ridden from this thing.
Right.
Okay, my point being here is I'm tired. I'm tired of the people that give backlash to the people that feel that they don't deserve this because they don't, because of the professionalism that they hold out on that road. Okay, they don't deserve to be lumped in with a driver that can care less about this industry and only cares about his pocket. Period. Because I'll tell you this: the reason why these things are here is because of the unprofessional, because of the companies that haul cheap freight. Okay, and hire the unprofessional, opposed to the company that hires a professional and that's at your dock on time and that shows up with class, pair of boots, nice shirt, whether it's a button up or not, but they're dressed accordingly.
Yeah.
Whether it's their style or your style, vet. The new style for the new youngster, the nice side might be different from your side, as long as it's not flip-flops. Okay, I'm just not going there. Period. You're arriving at a shipper receiver. But this is not.
No.
Okay.
No, and
Period.
It falls right in line there with the whole COVID thing. It's like you have all these standards and rules that you have to follow for anything. That is not sanitary by any means. There is nowhere to wash your hands. I highly doubt that there's a little, at least, what is that, liquid sanitizer that's in there. It's right next to garbage cans. People are holding in and out of the doors. And I know, as far as I've been into a few porta potties myself, and they're normally pretty disgusting. Just saying, as far as that. So, I mean, you talk about all these rules and things. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You want everyone to be safe and clean and tell drivers to wash your hands and do this, whatever. But then you give them this.
Right. Right. And
That's
the funny thing is, like Freddie Bell says, the irony is they haul those too. Get it, Freddie. Yeah.
Right.
That guy actually has a brain, Freddie. He likes to poke the bear. I love that guy.
That was it for our national news. So do you want? Let's take a teensy break here, and then we'll get to some of the comments. Okay.
Okay. All right. Where am I at? Brands. Okay. Here we go. A teensy break. Right. All right. We'll take a quick break.
Good morning, drivers. This is Boss Lady Trucker with your weekly safety reminder. Today we're going to talk about following distance. Remember, with the winter weather coming, we need to remind ourselves to keep at least 2 to 3 truck lengths between the truck in front of us. It's important to have time to react. Even four-wheelers, when they cut you off, just let off the gas and back off a little bit. It's not worth an accident. It's not worth hurting anybody. That load that you got on is very important to get there, but so is your life and your safety. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the show. Each weekday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with your hosts, Wayne and Sheila Campbell. The Morning Drive on the driver's side. Real drivers, real talk. Have a great day, everybody. Be courteous and kind. Peace.
All right, guys, it's that time. It's weather. So drop your weather and location in the comments. And Sheila, go ahead and take it away.
All right, you guys. So we've got a few winter weather advisories going down. So we got winter weather advisory from Northwest Washington, like the Spokane areas, down to Northwest Oregon and Northern California in the Medford, Ashland, and Mountain Passes. Winter weather and storm warnings in Colorado from Cortez up to Steamboat Springs and over to Denver and Colorado Springs. More winter weather advisories from Langdon and Devil's Lake, North Dakota, over to Duluth, Minnesota, down to St. Cloud. Again, from Mason City and Waterloo, Iowa, to Rockford and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've got high wind warnings from Albuquerque and Roswell all the way to Childress, Abilene, Sterling City, and Presidio, Texas, especially in the Fort Davis and Alpine, Texas areas, you guys. So just be careful. Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat. We got storm system changing tonight with rain and thunderstorms in Kansas, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, parts of Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. You see all those green areas right there if you can see it. Those are the areas that are going to be getting rain and thunderstorms. So, and that is there.
Well, thank you, Sheila. I think we got some weather over here too, a little bit. Salt Lake City is chilly with an off and on sprinkles. John Freeze at home here in Pepin, Wisconsin, 36 and cloudy. I probably said that wrong. Chad, always sunny and 85 in my head. It's because he's from New Jersey. Augusta, Georgia, sunny and 44. Charles Bundy, 38 in clouds. Elizabethton, Tennessee. Well, how do you say that, huh? Pennsylvania, cold but sunny and 40. All right, Ronald, up in the northern Maine, snow, windy, cold 19.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, back to the bathroom issue, the porta john. Judy says another thought. Where does that gate person go to the bathroom? Right. All right, Freddie Bell says sunny near Blytheville, Arkansas. Edward Brubaker, Jacksonville, Mississippi. It's nice and sunny. Man, he's getting it. He's getting. He's been on the road since midnight.
Yeah, they're talking about the storm systems that are coming into these areas are going to be later in the evening tonight, working until tomorrow. So the areas that I was telling you with the winter storm warnings, obviously, you guys with the snow that I was telling you, upper north areas into Washington, straight down into upper middle of Northern California. So
that's our weather.
It is our weather.
And that's your weather, and that's your weather from the road. Before we go any further, Sheila, guess who's here?
Who?
Day.
Oh, hi,
Day's
Day.
here. Day says, morning, Wayne and Sheila. They are
Oh.
taking the gallbladder out today.
Yeah.
You guys keep Day in your thoughts and prayers, guys, because we have people in hospitals watching it. It's just awesome.
I know.
This
We're
is
thinking
just
of you.
awesome.
Our prayers are with you.
Power
Everything's
of
gonna be-
prayer. I'll
you're gonna
just
be
say
okay.
this.
Oh,
Keep calm and trust God. All right. That's all I can say.
correct.
That's why I surrendered to the show.
Correct.
I surrendered.
Yep.
All right. What else we got, Sheila?
And with that being said, we're going to get into the what's now topic. As you guys know, this is a question that comes from new drivers that are coming into the industry, that a question is asked of you veterans to help them so that maybe that they don't have to go through as many hardships as that all of you may have gone through coming into the industry. So
Thank you, Sheila. And now back to Wayne.
what is that what it's
Hey, Phil.
Oh.
We're getting there. We're almost there, guys.
Right.
We're learning. What are we waiting on?
Because I have the
You got to
answers on
read
here.
something. You got to drink your tea or something. What's up
I
with
do,
your cough, dude? You got the COVID?
No, I don't. But
You got the Rona?
I've got a little tickle in my throat.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm
So the
leave
what
that
now
alone.
question for this week is it better or easier having my own authority instead of relying on a company?
Ooh.
There's a lot of drivers that come into this industry, and of course they all, they think that they want to have their own authority and have their own trucking company and so on and so forth. And it may not necessarily be the best fit for everyone, but drivers have this and they have questions about it. Is it better or easier to have your own authority?
For me?
So
You asking me?
I'm going
I'm going to the best company I can find. I'm going to make sure that I keep my license clean, and I'm going to go work for them because I don't want that responsibility.
right. Well,
That's me, though.
And so Jay Williams said, I definitely say it's not easier. Whether it's better or not depends on the individual. If he or she is organized, responsible, and dependable, makes the difference. It's not for everybody. Some drivers need that guidance. Kind of like you can be the greatest cook, but it doesn't mean you can own and run a restaurant. As for myself, I prefer to deal with the extra headaches instead of relying on someone else to make decisions for me. So I thought that was a great response. And then Jimmy James had said, depends, do you have dedicated freight? And my response on that was, I responded back. I said, I guess you're suggesting that as long as you have dedicated freight, yes, it would be better or easier to have your own authority. And I didn't get a response back on this. This one didn't have a lot of comments on there, guys. And normally I put, I talk to you guys on Mondays, but we were so scattered yesterday that I forgot about the what now question. And so I put it up as a post yesterday. So those were the only responses that we had gotten. It was really a manic Monday, and we appreciate those. So guys, while you're there, if you have any suggestions on there, if you think it's easier or better, drop it down. Tell us what you guys think. I mean, what do you think on that?
In reality, I never wanted to take on that responsibility because I actually have that responsibility now. We have that responsibility by owning a company, whether it's an authority or not. It's owning a company,
right?
And taking full responsibility
Right.
as that company, because there's so many things in place today to where you can hire this one, a factoring company, a broker, all that. It depends on which part of trucking you're going into, what you want to do, what you want to haul, what that wagon is, what you're capable of, your versatility, all of that.
Right.
There's so much. For me, not in trucking. I tried the least I failed at that. I think more today, I'm more mature, more responsible, more cautious of what I'm doing because of you. I didn't have some of I don't have the makeup of an owner operator technically inside because I'm not good with money. If I got paid, I'm going to go have a good time. I'm going to go spend my money.
Right.
You know that. You know how I am. I do not understand the concept of money. I like to spend it. That's the concept I understand. Okay.
No lie.
Partially is because of the way I was raised. Even though my father put this good work ethic in me, I got to a point where when my dad got to a point in his career, he didn't have to worry about price tags on things. And then I started working for people that had no idea what a price tag was.
Right.
And the money was just there. So I got comfortable there.
Yeah.
It wasn't mine.
Right.
But I felt like it was mine. And I acted like it was mine. And then it got taken away.
Right.
And I didn't like where I was. Point being is I didn't have the business mind that I have today.
Right.
So you really got to be vigilant in this decision and know what you're getting into, I decided to go the company driver route. And I seeked out good companies and kept my record clean. And I wrote my own ticket in this industry as far as a company driver goes.
Right.
I made the money I needed to make without the responsibility of the owner operator. I was able to buy a house. I was able to do this, able to do that. Everything a company owner could, but at a smaller scale with less responsibility.
I think for myself, if I was going to go that, and I had just gotten out of school and I was thinking about it, I think for myself, I would probably want to go perhaps the company route, just because of not having all that responsibility. There's so many moving parts in there, and not as a new driver coming in, maybe not knowing everything that's involved in it. And unless I found somebody who was an owner operator and really extensively talked to them, I think just starting out, just because of me, my being timid about it, I might be, this is my own personal feeling, go a company route. But I know how because I get into a lot of positions within my life, and I end up becoming a manager because I always want to advance. So I think at some point I would probably want to go over to be an owner operator at that point, just to have my own business kind of a thing. But I think I would start company and then go over and then achieve it later. I don't think I would just start off trying to be an owner operator right coming out of school. That's just me though.
And that's what they do with the lease purchase. Technically, they say it's an owner. It's not a lease purchase. It's not an owner operator. It's not.
Right.
It's a lease purchase. It's exactly what it's called. I like what Freddie Bell says here, because this is a whole nother show, Sheila. We got so much wrapped up into one thing there.
I know.
And I want to get with Ellie. I want to get with everybody. I want Freddie Bell to come on. Because I've had many drivers from this company on the show, the company that Freddie is referring to, and the company I referred to, they were called Stacked Logistics. Freddie says, I make good enough money with Stacked that I am not interested in and that's what I did. Right. I went to companies like Stacked Logistics, and that's why I seek out these companies, because I know if it's the real deal, you're going to be happy. Yeah. And it's up to you what you want to do with yourself from there. Okay. But Stacked Logistics, there's still good companies. There's still good people in this industry. I just don't think there's enough mentorship. I don't think there's enough outlets of good information to educate these new drivers coming into the industry. And that's what is important most of all.
Well, I mean, just since we started.
Greg Martin, come back. Martin, come back. He left. So we had a guest, and we're trying to close this out to get to you, Greg.
I'm sorry, we did not even.
I did.
Anyways,
keep going.
Just starting our business kind of a thing. We know that everything that's going on that, I didn't necessarily know right off the front. I mean, I had to learn. It was like, oh, okay, you got to do that. You have to file that. You need to make sure you have that. You have blah, 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 blah. We need this equipment. You need that. So for me, I don't know. If I found a great company, I don't know. I'd probably stay in there for a while. But we also have Roger who's going in. And I
go just
2 seconds for me to finish, Greg. Honey. I'll get you in there. We have Roger who's coming into the industry, but he has his own business before, so he has a business sense, and I think that's what makes a difference on there.
And what he did,
and I think he's going to do great.
And what did he do? What? He reached out.
Yes, he
reached
did.
out to the driver's side.
And you guys have been so awesome with him.
We stayed at his house for 2 days. He met the back row panel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's met Timothy. Speaking of Timothy, guys, if you guys are looking for a good mechanic, you guys, Timothy. All right, Excalibur Equipment and Diesel Services in Chandler, Arizona. You need to get a hold of us. We're going to close this out, and I'm going to bring in Greg Martin.
Yep, bring him in.
All right, Greg, I think your audio. Good morning, Greg. How are you? Greg, you there?
Hi, Greg.
Greg, you there? We're talking to you, Greg.
Yes.
Go ahead, Greg. You're live on the driver's side. We can hear you.
God, that's great. Great talking to you too.
Good morning.
I just wanted to bring up something that you mentioned earlier. You started going around a little bit, but God, our industry offers so many opportunities for young folks or even people looking to change careers. I mean, you can go administration, you can go operations, you can go mechs. You can go owner operators. There's so many things you can do. And I think the four-wheelers just don't understand that this industry is made up of a lot of different people making all with one goal in sight, to support America.
Yeah.
It's made up of every walk of life, from doctors, lawyers, to people that have had a rough life and have had decided to change their life and make new decisions. But it's in so many avenues. You are so right, from administration, because it's a support system. You know, Greg, and I want to say, how did you find the driver's side? I know your name. I want to say it's the same Greg Martin. What do you have to do with the industry, Greg? You yourself.
You know what? I appreciate the opportunity here. I was a motor T officer in the Corps. I was with Waste Management for a number of years. I'm now a fleet manager here for trash in Chesapeake, Virginia. I've always liked the industry ever since I started swamping for Mayflower Movers back in the 70s out in Coachella Valley. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't wait to pack that truck and head down to that truck stop and have a chili size and a hot cup of coffee.
Right, chili size.
There it is. Yeah. And what about the staff? What about the staff at the truck stop at that time?
Oh, you know, that's what it was all about to me. I couldn't wait to make those stops. And they said we were doing a local. It kind of ruined my day, you know. So I love to get on the road. And ever since then, I appreciate the industry. I just appreciate everyone out there. And in turn, I don't really want to go too much into it, but I've written a story that I think could make a great movie for us, you know, and just really show the four-wheelers what we're all about. Just a good feeling movie, you know.
There it is. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, because ABC is launching this show that does not make us feel good about truck drivers.
No.
I think we're long overdue for that teddy bear story, you know, movie type of deal that the drivers came in and saved lives like they do every day, and just highlighting the actual truth. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? I guess the bottom line of what I'm looking at to present out there is a feel-good story about a man that after 40 years decides to leave the good dispatches to the young drivers, and for he and his truck to go ahead and find their last truck stop together. But in the meantime, it's a feel-good story about a better time, a better place in America, where a firm handshake sealed the deal, and the truck went on down the road, you know?
You know what, Greg? Let's talk. Let's talk soon. I think that you'd be great to be part of a panel sometime and to just chop it up. I want to say, I think I recognize you through Daryl Martin. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. We're bringing good people together. It's not quantity, guys. It's quality.
Right.
That matters today.
Yeah.
Greg, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Thank you, and be safe. Stay between the lines, right?
Real quick,
you too.
Sheila,
Nothing. I just wanted to say, and have a good Thanksgiving.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much, everybody.
Happy holidays. Keep on trucking. Appreciate that. Man, that's just cool.
Yeah.
It's working. It's growing. Yeah. You guys, I can't thank you enough.
No, but I wanted to point out there that, guys, you do have the option of just being audio, just like Greg just did. You do not have to be on camera. So if you're a little camera shy, or maybe your hair is out of place, or you're just not feeling it for that day that you want to be seen, you can just call in, or you can just come on. There's an option on there just to do audio.
And how do they find that link, Sheila?
It is on the morning post every morning. That morning post that goes out that says whether it's Talk to Me Tuesday, Hump Day Wednesday, Throwback Thursday. There's a link that's on there, and all you have to do is bink, touch it.
All right, let's go to some comments. Let's get some closing thoughts. We good, right? Did we hit everything today?
We are.
I feel like we had a great show.
Yeah.
I feel, even though we're going over, it looks like our show should go an hour, 15 minutes, an hour 30 on an hour.
We're going about an hour 15 these days. We're jabber jaws.
All right, let's head over to those comments, get your closing thoughts, and wrap up today's show. What a great feeling today. You know, John Free says, did you mention Teddy Bear and Teddy Bear story? Hee hee ha ha.
Yes,
he did. Ronald says, be safe, Colleen. All right. And okay. Drea says, thanks, Ellie. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. Jeremy Matthews says, we need another movie like Convoy and Black Dog. Get it. Ellie says, we just like seeing your beautiful faces. Amigo says, great show again. Ronnie May says, thank you again. Your beautiful attitudes. Keep sharing the good news. All right. Colleen's got to go. Got to get a load, chain down, and run to Texas. We're in Texas, guys. All right, guys, the last one's going to be Gary of the day. Is drivers, thank you for all you do and all you go through for doing a job that the public just don't understand. Thank you, Wayne and Sheila, for sharing the industry issues. Have a great day, everyone. Is that it, honey? Are we good?
It is. And in Gary's, in response to Gary's comment, there is that little by little, day by day, that we're taking it and we're bridging that gap.
This is not perfection. It's a process.
Right.
Okay. And we are going to have hiccups, but as long as we got drivers to connect with, hook up with, and haul it out and grab some gears, we are good to go. Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right, drivers, remember, you're the heartbeat of America. You should be treated like the heartbeat of America. Always keep that shiny side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's trucking industry, my beautiful wife, what do you need to do?
You have to keep that left door closed.
And here's your Wednesday pity. I see Tuesday. I don't see Wednesday pity of the day, Sheila.
What?
Where's your Wednesday pity of the day?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
All right, Tuesdays.
You want to go see Grandma and Grandpa? Do you want to go see Grandma and Grandpa? Oh, okay. Go ahead, go to the door.
And it's Tuesday, not Wednesday. Have a great day, everybody.